All right, I'm going to go ahead and mute it. All right, I appreciate you joining this Thursday night team Zoom, and I've been doing these for going on 19 consecutive years. They used to be calls, and they come out with technology like Zooms and all kinds of computer technology. Initially, all Pam and Mark and I had was conference lines and three-way phone calls and those type of things. And but we had a dream that one day it was going to be this, and we were going to be the pioneers of it. And I left corporate America going on 19 years ago to come with Mark and Pam full time, and I've been full time ever since. And 90 days into this thing, Mark called me one morning. He said, "I'll never tell you a falsehood. It'll always be the good, the bad, and the ugly, and we'll work through it." And so it was about 90 days into it. He called me and said we were broke. I said, "Broke? Okay, what does that mean?" I come from a big banking background, so I understand what it means. He said, "Well, it means we ain't got any money." I said, "Well, yeah, I know, but what are you gonna do about it?" He said, "Well, I sold my house so I can pay you." He put his family's way of life on the line so he could take care of my family. And at that point, I have an allegiance to Mr. Pentecost that won't stop. There is no quitting. There is no leaving. When it gets rough, we just fight right back with it. And at that point, now it's been worth it. And in life, you'll have people that come and go in and out of your life and that type of thing. And when they come and go in and out of your life, those are temporary people. They was not meant to be with you all your life. So don't hang on to a bunch of damn temporary people that will drag you down, hold you down, and they're going to find out every excuse as to why they can't get it. They never got committed, and they won't be committed to anything. 18 and Hatcliffe. And so most of those people, they're running from pain. It's called retreat. They're in a constant retreat because it's hard. So Mark told me once, do what's hard today, and you'll live an easy life tomorrow. So you can't just go into this day. You have to grow in today, become your best version of you today, so you become a better person tomorrow. And so that's kind of our history. And I've got a lot of leaders that's been with me. I've had the chance to, like the Hatcliffes are like my family. Her kids are like, I actually talked to her kids. She don't even know about it during the week because we watched everybody's children grow up together. And I have a special guest tonight. Cara's on the phone with me. She was with us once and she left for whatever reason. And life happens, and she came back into the fold. So Cara Morris, you come back and you're coming in strong. You're coming in hot. Use a lot of social media. You've set the pace this month with customer loyals, and your volumes are going crazy. Last month you popped diamond. This month you're just like one hair away from going double diamond to pick up another 20,000 in bonuses. And we do have a income disclosure if you're interested in that. Get back with the person that got you on here so you can look at about what that's all about. But like I said, I've been here for going on 19 years full time. And that means no alarm clocks, no nothing. And I have to make an apology. I'm going to do. I said once I learned something new. I built it the old way. There was only the old way when I got started. But here in the last few days, I started doing host to post, and today I got like 39 responses, and we're engaging in the last hour. 6 new loyal customers. Got one just popped up. It's coming again. So now Tina understands this better than anybody. I'm gonna come after social media like we did three-way phone calls, jumping in jets, flying all over the world, showing up to big coliseums and doing the meetings. And the team here is interested in your story, Cara, and they're interested how that particular hunger you got in order to go after what you're going for. And I know you're a wife, I'm married 16 years, you have a beautiful daughter, and everybody here that I've been running with for a very long time, it's been basically about our families and our children and how we wanted to live this particular life. We didn't want to get to the end of our road and say, well, I had to work all those years and I missed you growing up. That's the one thing that set me on fire with my 2 little girls, is when they told me I couldn't fly out 3 hours late to go see them get their awards in the ball game. I missed that particular year, everything they'd done. And at that point, I promised them, I said, I'll never miss nothing the rest of your life. I fired the bank on Monday, called Mark on the way home from firing the bank, told him what I'd done. And he said, "Your kid, you quit the bank?" I said, "Yeah." I walked away from a huge salary. I said, because my children are worth it. And now we're going to go make this thing happen. I'm going to work every day the rest of my life being free. But we're going to do that by helping other people become free. So, Cara, come in and let's pre your story the first go around and segue right into what brought you back and why you're just on fire. To tell your story.
Well, hi everyone. I am Cara Morris. I am a diamond leader And I am personally enrolled underneath Chad and Jeree Caneller, and I'm absolutely blessed. I just love them to death. Such a genuine couple. So I originally started back in 2015, and I was already a customer with someone else, and I would never heard of network marketing, but decided, maybe I should give it a shot. I saw Jeree's stuff sponsored on my page. I don't know how I found her or how she found me. I don't know. But I decided to give it a shot. And of course, she's like, yeah, I'll hold your spot for you. I was like, no need to hold anything. I'm ready to jump in. Let's do it. Not knowing a darn thing. I didn't know anything about network marketing. I'm an occupational therapist. So I come in, and all of this is new. When I first started, they just started doing chats for all the new team members and giving you things like your scripts one-on-one, back to back to back, to help you get used to things. So this was all brand new. And anywho, so I started in July of 2015 and stayed until 2018. Well, I went Ruby in 5 months and Emerald in 7, and then I just stopped. It was a stagnant place to be. I didn't understand. Everything crumbled right after a conference, right after I went Emerald. I was like, oh my gosh, this is insane. Like, what am I doing wrong? Well, what was happening was I was not personally developing myself. Yes, I'm a positive person by nature, but that can only get you so far. It doesn't help you understand the highs and the lows of a business. Even though I've had challenges in my life before, this was different. And so I kept building, and I got built to diamond structure and then lost it, diamond twice, diamond 3 times, lost it. And then when the $10 deal came out, I got structured for double. And I was so excited and ready, and everything just, it all fell apart. I went to conference in 2018 and trying to get everything back together, and it just didn't work for me. I think that I already checked out before I went there. And after conference, I just had my last hurrah, so to speak, and I left. And I canceled. Like, I completely zeroed out my account. I told Dre I was leaving, and I was just like, I'm sorry, I just can't do this. Well, during the time I was out, I was only gone for 90 days. I did join another company, not because I was sought out. I quit on my own accord and thought maybe something else was needed. Well, I got into it, loved the stuff, but did not like the culture. I missed the crazy just cheering you on and just all your cheerleaders in your corner. And I just felt so like, I felt crickets. There wasn't anyone saying, hey, Cara, you can do this. Hey, Cara, or Tina Hatcliffe, filling them holes. You just didn't have that. I didn't have that. And I was like, okay, this is not for me. So Jeree texted me and was like, I miss you and this and that, Anywho, so fast forward, 90 days is all I was gone. But during those 90 days, I was started doing personal development and growth. And she texted me and said, hey, Cara, it's $20 to come back. And I was like, I just don't think so. Let me think about it. And that night I had a dream that I was an ambassador diamond on the stage speaking in front of everyone. And I was like, okay. So I told Dre, I said, all right, if I'm going to do this, I need different. I cannot do it the same. I need help. So I came to her house. We sat down and we came up with a game plan. And I went executive in 2 weeks, Ruby in 30 days, Emerald in 60 days, Diamond in 90 days. I caught every rank up bonus all the way up, earned all the bonuses, kept all the bonuses. I was like, yes, I've done it. I mean, finally, Diamond. I've been trying for that for 3.5 years, and it never happened. Now I know why. Because I was not developing myself. Okay. I was not reading. I wasn't listening. I wasn't finding things to inspire me, to motivate me, to carry me through these tough times. And to be honest, as religious as Chad and Dre are together, I am a Christian, but I was not the praying type. I will be honest. I did not pray. Okay. Now, so Diamond, I get Diamond, and I'm just like, okay, God, I'm here. God knew that I was not ready to be Diamond back then because I was not the leader that people on my team needed me to be. And I had to learn that the hard way. I didn't realize it at the time, but now I understand. God was preparing me for this time. All these things had to happen the way that they happened in order for me to get where I am now. And that is the gosh honest truth. Well, I hit diamond and I kept that diamond for almost a year. And it was around July. I was actually at a training event in Nashville, and I got a call that my grandpa had aspirated and was in a nursing home, and lots of stuff had happened with him. He had dementia and just really sick. So I like immediately left the training event, and I was completely lost. And I sat with him for the next 4 days and watched him die. I was with him the whole time. So I was there with him, but it was at this moment in time that things started to really fall downhill for me, because losing my Grammy barely made it to the hospital. She lived 8 hours away. We had to sell her house, move her here, get her settled. And then we decided to move. Our school district, we weren't satisfied with it for my daughter, so we decided to move. I had a house, started building, and our house sold within 3 weeks on the market. Like, it sold a week on the market. We were out of there in less than a month. So all of this happened so fast. So I'm dreaming, trying to decorate my new home and all that. So my mind was not on the business, okay? So fast forward to April the 23rd of this year. I called Dree. I said, Dree, I just got something on my heart. I just need your help. She said, Cara, you know what? I'm gonna pray over you. And she does this a lot. And I don't know what happened this time, but she was praying over me, and I felt goosebumps. Like, I felt chills. I am not in front of the air conditioning, and I like felt this rush of like, just, I don't know. I felt like all my anxiety and my everything was just lifted. And I was like, okay. And I was like, Dree, I hear you. And I was like, God, I hear you. I understand what you're doing now. I understand. So you know what? I'm going to abide by what you want me to do. And I'm going to follow suit. Even though if I don't understand it, I trust in you. So on that day, April the 24th, after Dree prayed over me, from not working my business at all, from the end of the month, I signed up 15 customers and a distributor. Okay. I was like, holy cow. Okay. So then fast forward to May 1st, I had the biggest day I've ever had. I signed up 12 loyal customers in one day. I literally was putting in orders one right after the other, People texted me, asking me, to put in the order. Yes, they want this, they want the hair, skin, and nails, and they want this product and whatever. But it was exciting. And so ever since then, I've been praying. And I mean, I literally get on my knees and I pray. And I'm like, God, yes, you tell me what you need me to do. What I did was 1 Corinthians 10, verse 31. Whether you eat or drink, do so to the glory of God. Take your focus off of yourself and give it to God. So I took my focus of my business off of me and put it towards God. And now I understood that it's not about me, it's about everyone on my team. Let me help my team. And it has exploded. So May 1st, for the first 6 days of the month, from May 1st to May 7th, I signed up 30 customers, 30. And to date, I've signed up almost 70. So, and I've signed up 8 distributors and almost 70 customers, all from host to post. But all of this was because I finally understood. God said that I need to just abide by him and to follow his guidance. And that's what I've been doing. And God has blessed me, my team, my family exponentially. And that is the difference. If you're not doing personal growth and development, that's the difference from me not hitting diamond first time to coming back and hitting diamond and losing it. So in March, I was paid as a distributor, okay? I'm just gonna be real and honest with you. And in April, I got my ruby back. In May, I skipped emerald, popped diamond like a week ago. And now I am just so close to double diamond. So from March to now, my volume and my change in my business have completely exploded. Not because of anything that I've done differently. I just understood what I needed to do to make sure to be the leader that my team needs. And now I understand it. Somebody always told me to dress for the part that you want. And I'm dressing for the part of Double Diamond. I am learning to be a leader that God has called me to be, and He's grooming me. And that is what He's doing. And even in the season where I was down to nothing, and I didn't want to quit though, I just didn't work my business, but I never had that inkling I wanted to quit, because I knew what was going to be ahead. I knew that at some point I was going to start doing this and something great was going to happen. And if I would have quit, I would never be experiencing where I am right now. That is nothing short of a miracle and a blessing from God. And that is just where I'm at with this, is personal growth and development. We all know, I mean, it's important, and people preach that to me so much, but I never understood it until before I came back. I do it every day. It's like my coffee. I got to have my personal growth and development, and I'm ready to start the day, and I'm ready to go. And I always start my day with proclaiming 5 positive things in the mirror to myself. And every day I say the same things over and over. And so I have the choice. As soon as my feet hit the floor, I have the choice to have the best day that I can be. And I proclaim every day, I put it out in the universe. You know what, God, today I'm going to inspire one person. I'm going to make one person smile. I'm going to sign up this many customers. I'm going to find my next rock star. I proclaim what I'm going to do in the universe. And even if I don't hit it, God will bless me in due time. You know, I've learned that. I mean, exponentially. It's been incredible. So I just implore you to trust yourself, have faith, take your focus of your business off of self, put it towards God, and let God lead the way. He is in my driver's seat, taking me on this journey. And these amazing people that are on my team are blowing my mind, and they're telling me that I'm inspiring them, that I motivate them, that God placed me in their life to make them better. And I always said the same thing about Chad and Jeree. They were placed in my life to make me a better version of myself, and they have. I am not the same woman now that I was 4 years ago when I started. Not the same person at all. I love who I am now. I love the confidence. I know how to be a leader. I know how to come across objections, people that want to quit or people that have a negative opinion. I don't let those things affect me, because we all have a choice. And I learned long ago that if I continue to do the same things I was doing, I'm going to have the same results. So I had to change what I was doing, what my focus was on, and be more teachable. When someone says you need to listen to this or read that, do it. They're not telling you to do it because they want to give you something to do for homework. They want to better your life. They want to get into you and just make you a better version of yourself. And I now know what my purpose is, and my purpose is to help motivate and inspire others. And God is using me to tell my story, and that is why I'm even here now, because of Melody and Rusty talking, and that is why I'm here. And guys, just never give up. I mean, we all know we have, bumps and roads, but as Rusty and I talked about, when you're down in the lowest of lows, you are being groomed, and you are getting strength from that situation to bring you to your next peak so that you can carry through that. And God is preparing you on every journey. And what I've learned is that my story, I never had a strong why. I don't want to be a stay-at-home mom. I love what I do for a living. But what what my why is now is that this is my story. God has created my story within this business to tell people what I've done and where I've come from and how I've done what I've done thus far. And that is what is so special to me, because I'm able to use this platform to share my journey and my experiences to hopefully relate to someone, because we all know that business, in any business, it's not all just, rainbows and fairies. The devil tries to attack you, and he tries to come into my life daily. And I just, command him to go away and let Jesus deal with him, because I don't need it. I have a positive mission, and I have no room for Satan and the devil up in my ear. And that is why I have come so far from where I am, from where I started to where I am. It's all because of him. Now, I was never a very religious person, like speaking of God. I feel his presence and I feel what he's doing. And that is exciting for me, Rusty. That is why I'm here. I'm so excited.
That is a phenomenal story. It's really heart touching, and the confidence you're portraying in your second go around. The first go around, you wasn't prepared, and if you took the meat of what she's telling you, and I know Tina can attest to this. She and our families have traveled for many, many years together, and self-development is the key. Having a strong faith in who you are, where you're going, and God Almighty. And I am a devout Christian. My father was a minister for 55 years before he died. And that helps to create a purpose in you as to where you're going. And when you take that why you got it, you start to self-develop every single day. That's why when you hear me on my lives, what I do, I say, this is the best day I've ever had, because yesterday was the best day I've ever had, but I'm growing into tomorrow. So you have to grow into every single day so you can become a better version of you tomorrow. And you can always tell when a person don't self-develop. You can always tell when that dream is not solidified through self-development. You know why? Because they always have an excuse about why they can't get to what they're doing. They're always trying to work on some kind of deal to get it prepared. Now, the system is in place. What you are lacking is you're not self-developing. Every single day I have to read. Every single day I listen to things. When people see me when I run every day, that headset on my head and it buzzes in my ear, I'm listening to Les Brown or somebody that's building me. I might have heard the same podcast 10 times, but I always get something a little different that just feeds me. And so, if you're going to grow into, and Tina can attest to this, to the Millionaire Club. And when I say we have more millionaires in Networks Global than any other company out there, I read the other day, and our team is huge and full of them. But I'm not saying that to brag. When you see the people have given their life and all the years we put in to hitting those levels, so many people that we had to show up that needed us to show up right then, those 400, those 500, that $1,000 a month, it changed that little mommy that wanted to stay home, and it took the relief and the stress of debt off of them. And when you start to work and you look through that person, look at what is it going to be like for their children or their grandchildren? How can we help create a legacy for those families? How can we help create that for the next person? It's by showing up every single day, taking the fight to it. It's not being the hunted, it's becoming the hunter. And I've told this several times. When I was 16 years old, somebody was trying to break into my father's house. I still lived at home. And it was actually into a Monday morning. It was like 2 a.m. And he gets me up and he said, somebody's breaking in the side door under the carport. He said, grab your shotgun. I said, okay. I said, well, when are we going to wait on him to come in, going to get him? He said, no, you're going out that door, I'm going out this door. He said, in my house, we will not be the hunted. We're going to come out and we're going to take the fight to the enemy, and we're going to be the hunters. Sure enough, two guys trying that old tire tool, trying to break in his side door. I don't know why they want to break in the preacher's house. He didn't have nothing for whatever reason. And it's something about the pump shotgun. And I'm going somewhere with this story. They took off running down the old wheat field. And I just started cutting loose. And I wasn't shooting to hit them. I was kicking the dirt up on them. And Daddy said, did you hit them? I said, oh, no, I was just shooting under their feet, knocking the dirt up on them. He said, they're going to go tell that story, that them people over there won't wait for you to come in. They're going to come out and get you, because we're protecting my three sisters and your mother. And it's my job and your job as the men of this house to stand up and take the fight to it. And ever since then, I've helped take the fight even to my health. And when they said, you're going to die, I had to get up, make up my mind, get off your butt and go fight. It wasn't easy. That was 500 and some pounds ago. I had to get up and swing. My legs were so huge, and they're still black from my knees down. They were so huge, they were abscessed and ruptured, but I made up my mind. I'm worth it. My wife of 41 years is worth it. My two little girls are worth it. By God, I'm the daddy. I'm the king of this castle, and it's my responsibility to create the security here. So every day I've got up and fought. They don't have to beg me to go work out or go run every morning. I missed 3 days in 14 years, and I was in the hospital unplugging my father when I had to make the decision to unplug him with kidney failure when he died on me. But you know what? I love every one of you just the same. You're part of my family. No, this ain't my team. Hell, you my family. And you want to fight? Ask them. They're here. We're going to get up and fight for this thing every single day. We're going to swing. If this don't work, we'll critique who we are. But every day we're going to be in self-development. We have the best line of products available for human consumption on the planet. We have the best pay plan of any pay company out there that we'd compare to on the planet. Now, why do I tell you that? Because, see, It Works Global does not discriminate. No matter who you are, what color you are, what your gender is, what your educational status is. And why don't it discriminate? Well, we have all the same product line. We got the same exact compensation plan. It's that 24 hours in a day. The 24 hours in a day is how the people that really make it, like Tina Hackcliffe. I know she works around the clock 7 days a week. Yeah, you can catch her in any part of the world at any given time making it happen. And she's got a great man over there, old Bubba Hackcliffe, one of my best friends. And I can tell you one thing, it's how she spends her 24 hours in a day that makes the difference. There is no procrastination. There is no excuses. No, all I've ever hear from Tina, we got 3 problems. She's got 6 solutions. This is what we're going to do. If that don't work, we got a backup plan. We're going to come after it. We are the hunters. We're not be the hunted. We're going to take the fight to you, and we ain't going to what? Quit. And it's stories like yours, Cara, that comes in, that inspires all of us to know all these years. Me and Tina's been on 3 monster runs, and we're getting ready to go into the 4th biggest run we've ever had in the history of the company. It's going to be bigger than all 3 of those combined. I've been here a long time because I believe in my leader. I believe in Mark Pentecost. I believe in It Works Global, and I believe in the It Works way. I believe in one team, one mission. So it's how we're going to spend our time every single day for the people that embrace this and go after it. The people that's going to make excuses, well, hell, they're going to be making excuses in 10 years. They've been making them for 10 years. It's why they can't go to the next level. But you know what? How do you win? Is you make up your mind. You never quit. You self-develop every single day. Because when I go work out every day, why do I do it? I work out to failure. Why do I do it to failure? Because it breaks everything down so I can become stronger tomorrow. If you ain't breaking yourself down in your self-development, and everybody needs to have some course of a plan of health for exercise and put the right things in, developing your story. So the most important thing in all of direct sales, if you're going to do it and do it in a big way, and everybody's way is your way, it's entirely up to you, whatever you consider a big way. But if you make up your mind to grow into this thing for the next several years, there'll come a time in your life that mechanized rooster will crow on your bedstand, and it will be the last time. I've not woke up on an alarm clock going 19 years. At this particular morning, everybody hates to get up. How is that to wake up all alarm? And you jumping up your all alarm. And this time you leave old Big Ben a wailing. And you pick him up and you run outside, and right after you put your house coat on and get your combat boots on, and you run out back and you smush what weight you got left off your new BMW, and you smush his guts out, and you sweep him up, put him in a busted brown box, you run out back, dig a hole, put a cross on it, come back in and jump into bed, and you pull the sheets up your neck, and you're done. Do you know how I know you can do it? Because I've done it. I took a Bose stereo system. My wife was mad as 4 wet hens when I said I just quit the job, because she and I were very poor. And I took a ball-peen hammer and I beat that Bose stereo, that wake-up clock she bought me. I beat it to death into pieces. She said, that was $600. I said, but that's $600. It will not wake me up the rest of my life. That was a memento that I was establishing. I don't work by other people's time any longer. We're going to make time work for us to compound it through the success of other people, and therefore your money will start to work for you too. You'll stop working for all of that. That's what people that have a job do. That's what you get up to. Some you can't keep your time in line. You don't know how to use it wisely, so you have to go punch a clock. There ain't nothing wrong with it. If that's your passion, by all means, I commend you. It just wasn't my passion no more. Do you know why? Because I was missing what was most important to me, was building the memories of my 2 kids and the woman I love most in the world. And so when you make up your mind that your children are worth it, that whatever it is your deal is, it's got to be worth it. It's got to be worth the sacrifices, and you got to get one more in. Do just a little bit more than everybody else will do. It's like Cara. Make up your mind, and today I am worth it. I'm going to dress for success. I'm going to look in the mirror, and then I'm going to command myself at what I'm going to do every single day, and then I'm going to go take the action. Most people are big on talking action. They're not just real big on taking action. You can talk about it all you want to. Talking ain't never got nothing done. But when you make up your mind to insert the action, You start to build yourself. You're going to start to build your confidence. You're going to start to build your resolve. You're going to start to build your story. And as you start to build all that stuff up, you know what begins to happen? Things begin to change. You know why things begin to change? Because you begin to change. When you make up your mind, I got to be the change to see the change, things begin to happen. It happen on a grander level. And every day you spend in this on a grander level, it compounds itself from where you are to where you're going. And when you get your mind wrapped around how things compound itself, you've heard of compound interest, and there's also compound debt. There's a compound waste of time. There's a compound that's making time work for you. Everything works in compounds. That's why God made time. And when he made time, it's how you spend it is most. And when you spend it self-developing and you spend it in action, you know what begins to happen? You begin to live life any way you want to. Nobody else can dictate your future because circumstances no longer dictate who you are. You're the one that starts to dictate your circumstances. And when you're in control of it, nobody wants you to be in control of it. You know why? Because it takes them out of control of who you are. And now guess what? When you receive that and you make up your mind, you worth it, like talking to yourself, those 5 things you're going to do every single day. When you command your time and you put it into the universe, to me, that's the God Almighty, and he takes control of it. When he starts to bless you, there's absolutely nothing on planet Earth nor this universe. He owns it all anyway. When he starts to pour those blessings down on you, ain't nothing nobody can do to stop it. And his blessings are always compounded. And most people run around, you got the umbrella up and the blessings are bouncing off. You wonder why, what's happening? The blessing, the umbrella of lack of self-development, lack of physical development, lack of, just close the umbrella, throw it out in the yard, let the rain of blessings hit you. And when you get excited as a Tina Hatcliffe or a Sherry Hardman or a Carrie Gabriel, when you get as excited as they are, nobody has to wonder what you're doing. You know they know exactly what you're doing. You're engaged in what you're doing for what? A better life. And it always is wrapped around putting yourself in the service of other people, and you will always be blessed in direct proportion for the quality of efforts expended. So, Carol, we got just a couple minutes left. What is something you would command these people to do right now that sets them on fire to finish this month up super strong? Because this thing is, I've never seen it on fire like this. I've never, ever 19 years. What would you tell them?
Well, I will share 3 of my favorite quotes that get me through every day and have really changed my perspective in things. One of them is, we cannot become what we want by remaining who we are. Feel me? Yeah. That is written on a piece of paper, and that's up on my mirror. Although I love who I am as a person, I have changed in such a way that even my husband has been like, Cara, I've seen such a change in you. And that's a big thing coming from my husband. Nothing changes if nothing changes. My goodness, that was like, woo, like, hello, that made so much sense. Like, if you're not changing anything in your business, if you are negative Nancy and you're out, talking negative about people and drama, your business is not going to change. You cannot run a business off of rumors and drama and tension. I've seen people try to do it. It doesn't work. And you cannot get me involved in it because I have my own life to live and I don't need to be involved in all that. But if your business, if it's not changing, you need to stop looking at your business and look within yourself. What is it about yourself you need to change in order to make your business more successful? And the last one is, you cannot keep doing the same thing every day and think it will change. Okay? If you're doing the same things every time and you're not getting different results, then you got to look at it from a different perspective. You got to change what you're doing. And these things right here, those are some of the quotes that I just absolutely, they just speak to me. So I can't tell you, I mean, I can tell you can go out and do this many host to post and you can contact this many people, but you have to go out and do it. You have to want to do it. And I always say that this business is a blessing. We are blessed and privileged to have such a part and such a culture that is 19 years old, that is debt-free, that's a Christian faith-based company. You just can't get a lot better than that. You really can't. And you can't find CEOs that are going to pray over you and over all the seats before conference. That speaks volumes to me. And I've always said that you got to change your have-tos to get tos. So you don't have to do this. You know, I have to speak to this person, or I have to talk to this many. No, you got to change your mindset. Have tos turn into get tos. I get to talk to these these people. I get to formulate new relationships, and I get to meet new people, and I get to travel, and I get to, you know what I mean? I get to work anywhere from my phone. So change your have tos into get tos. Take your focus of yourself, your business off yourself, give it to God, and personally develop your mind and your heart. And I'm telling you, that is the hope for success. Elevated dreams equals elevated hopes, which equals elevated goals and achieving the things that you want to do. So go out there. Don't settle for anything less than what you deserve. You are worthy. You are a child of God. You are out here to make a difference. So go out there and find your purpose and your passion and do it. And don't sit back and wait for it. Be a doer and go out and make things happen. And that is what it's all about. You can't sit and wait. This is not net wishing. This is net working. You have to work for it. But in the interim, you have to build yourself. And if you're not doing that, it's just not going to change. So that is my recipe for you guys to go out there and achieve your goals. My goal is scary. It is scary for me to think I can be double diamond, but I'm ready. I am ready. And I've already told myself I'm going to be triple diamond before conference. So I'm going to put it out in the universe. And if I fail, guess what? I failed forward. You know, that's the part of success. We all fail. We all fall down. But anytime you fall down, you know, the best thing to do is you can put a hand up and somebody can lift you back up. So you know you've already reached the bottom, the lowest you can be. Now somebody can lift you up and bring you to where you need to be. So, but it's up to you to believe in yourself, do the work, focus on God, and let Him like permeate in your life to help you expand your business and grow. Because if you're not growing and changing, then neither is anyone else. And if you're not growing and changing with the times, your business is not going to grow and change. We're constantly changing and doing new things. You have to believe and trust the process and do what's necessary to make your business flourish. And that's my just goal for you guys.
Guys, it just don't get no better than that. If that didn't touch you, I don't know what. Maybe we can get you some X-Lax. Will touch you. If that didn't ring your heart to get you off of your rear end and get to work. And see, one thing I'm gonna add to this, and we're done, is be careful who you give the keys to your brain to. You can't continue to follow the people that's quit 8 or 10 times and going off to another thing. They're chasing money and they hope you'll go with them. And you know, the same thing in marriage. My daughter brought a little girl to run with us in our pack, and she's 38, beautiful blonde-headed girl, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I said, well, what do you do for a living? You know, you're up here with us. She said, I'm a marriage counselor. I said, wow, it's pretty cool. How long you been married? She said, oh, I'm not. I said, oh, you ever been married? She said, 3 times. I said, I need to ask you something. Exactly what you're telling the people you're counseling, how do you tell them to make it if you can't make it work? Now, she got angry, and I knew the next question. She said, how long you been with your wife? Are you married? I said, yeah, that's my little girl right there. I've been with her mother since 1979. In fact, it's the only little girl I ever dated. And I know how to make it work. And I'll give you some pointers that'll help you too. But I charge $250 an hour. How are you going to pay me? I take cash and I take all credit cards. I was making a joke with her, but I could not apply her advice to my marriage life. Just like I can't apply business advice. Somebody's got the latest, greatest, newest idea that ain't never made nothing happen. And Tina can attest this. Our organization is done into the billions of dollars of sales in the last 19 years. You can't tell me how great it is somewhere else when you've never done that kind of business. I know what it takes to get it done. I know what it is to be a leader. I know what it is to be a person of your word. So there again, be careful who you give the keys to your brain to. And if that business person has got the latest, greatest, best smear and smudge skin care, smear shit on your head type of thing, and they like to use I'm Dr. So-and-so, and they're really not doctors. You know, that is the most overrated word in the world. It kind of begins to be funny at this particular point. Do you know why? Because they can't stick to nothing. When it gets painful, they have to quit again. Guys, I love you. You matter to me until tomorrow. You better make this the best night you've ever had, because if you do, tomorrow will be the best day you've ever had.